Okay, hi, my name is Adeyemi. So I'm just going to do a few things and show you around, right? I'm just going to try to make this very short as possible. Okay, right? So this is how to set up an account, right? Setting up your Klaviyo account and all that. Now, this is also basically how to grow your audience. So let me just show you a few things around in Klaviyo. Now, Klaviyo is one of the ESPs that you can actually use for your email marketing, and it's wild, like it's super amazing, right? So this is a sign-up form that you can basically just pick up a sign-up form and put it on your site. You can actually turn on website tracking and see how much visits you get on your site. And this is where people basically sign up to put their email addresses on your site, right? And this is an email welcome flow, right? An email welcome flow is the same thing other ELSPs called an email welcome sequence, right? So basically, the sequence could be 7 emails, it could be 10 emails, it could be 15 emails, it could be 30 emails, it could be more, it could be less, right? But basically, what you are doing is basically you are nudging your subscribers towards a sale, right? Or towards a conversion, right? So basically, you're basically nudging them towards clicking a link, as it were. That's where they just click a link to a VSL or to a long form sales letter and see what you have for sale and then buy, right? Or just go to your product and buy. Now, sometimes it could also be a link towards a call or towards a webinar or towards a seminar or something, right? But basically, you are making sure you get a conversion. That's what happens there, right? Now, here is where you recover losses. Now, Klaviyo is super good for e-commerce, right? It's super good for e-commerce. So most people will use for e-commerce. It's amazing. Now look at the abandoned cart flow here. It's an abandoned cart sequence. You could write some 7 emails for abandoned carts, 5 emails for abandoned carts, or even 30 emails for abandoned carts. But what you're basically doing is if somebody comes to your website, put something in the cart and forgets to pay for it or does not pay for it for one reason or another. So you're basically coming to your abandoned cart flow, creating a sequence, the kind of sequence that would enable these people makes payments, right? So they make payments, right? After they have been able to view your abandoned cart sequence, right? It's a sequence of 4, 5, 7, 30 emails. Depends on how many emails you want to do, right? So you can create that here inside this Klaviyo. Now it's called flow in Klaviyo. So don't let the word flow, confuse you, right? I'm just basically showing you around what you can do with email marketing. Browser abandonment, right? This is also amazing. So basically, it means somebody comes to your site, looks around, doesn't add anything to cart, and just goes, right? So you can actually track these persons and send them emails about and all that. Obviously, abandoned cart emails convert more than browse abandonment emails, right? For obvious reasons. If somebody has added something to a cart, it's more likely to buy than somebody who has added nothing to a cart, right? So basically, you go through this side and you see the campaigns where you can actually run campaigns here, flows where you can do flows. Yes, that's sequences or series, as some would might call it. Now, these are sign-up forms, and these are audience. Okay, these are the people who are in your contact list where you're sending emails to. As for content, as analytics, right? And there's also conversions. You're basically tracking your conversion. So it's amazing. It's amazing. It's an amazing tool, and you use it well, and you make a lot of sales and a lot of conversions if you know how to write emails the right way. Now, speaking of emails, now this is my Google document. This is my Google Doc. Now, on this Google Doc, you will find many emails I've written, a whole lot of them, right? Now, you can basically just, scroll down. You'll see this link, I'll give it to you. Scroll down, you see many of my emails, right? By the time you're looking at it, this may not be the first email you seeing, right? But you obviously know this is my link because I've written several emails and I keep uploading more emails. I keep adding more emails to you because I write emails every day, right? So speaking of emails, that's it. Now, how do I write these emails? How do I get to come up with so many amazing emails, right? Now, before I write an email, I basically do some research. Now, I'm very big on research, product research, and market research. So I could come to Amazon and find a product there. If it's an e-commerce product, if it's not an e-commerce product, it may not be on Amazon, and it may be, obviously, if it's not an e-commerce product, it most likely won't be on Amazon. If it's a book, it could be on Amazon. But if it's a product that's not on Amazon, I could go on YouTube and do some research. I could go on Reddit, which is big, very big on research, and do some research. I could go on Facebook groups and do some research as well. I could go to YouTube comments, do some research there as well. And I could go to Google and Google some things and do some research there as well. So it will take a lot of time. It will take me a handful of days. But the main thing is for me to write emails that convert. Now, how do I write emails that convert? I need to know the customer. I need to know the prospect like the back of my hand. I really need to know them, what their pain points are, what their desires are, what their objections are, what their sophistication levels are. I need to treat that customer like I know that customer one-on-one, right? And there's no better way to do that than to do a lot of research about the customer. So it will take me a lot of time. But also, I could also shorten the time by going to an AI tool called ChatGPT, right? Now, there's 1,000,001 AI tools, right? But I am using ChatGPT as an example here. So let's say I want to do some research. There are several ways to do research, but let me just say I want to do research based on maybe some, let's just say, okay, I've written copy, right? I've written copy and I say, okay, ChatGPT, do this for me. And can you just write me 15, okay, let's say 15 headlines, right? With 15 headlines with less than 60 characters, right? Ensure the headlines are benefit-led, okay, so I didn't spell benefit quite well there. Benefit-led, curious, full of drama, and ultra specific, right? Ultra specific. So, okay, let's go on. Specific. Okay. I say use this copy to write the headlines, right? So this is some sort of research. Now let's go down. Of course, I'm not going to go down the rabbit hole here, right? But I'm basically just, I went down, I posted this. I'm just going to do 2 here, and then we'll call it a wrap on the research part, right? So I've done this. So ChatGPT is going to give me some headlines that I can write, right? So these are the headlines. So while it's going through, I'll just pause. Okay, so you can see headlines. What is down? Okay, so you can see the headlines ChatGPT has come up with, right? So these are amazing headlines. So I could use any of them, right? So let's go on, and I'll also do something else. Okay. Let me write another thing here. Okay, so I'm just going to do another here. Okay. Let me do another research here. I said, okay, write me. I'm going to do another thing here with ChatGPT again. Okay, so I don't think okay, so let me just start another conversation. Okay. Write me let's say 20 objections a customer or a prospect might have about a new product called, okay, so let me look for the product we saw on Amazon earlier. Okay, called okay, it just works, right? Okay, so I'll do this. Write me 20 objections a prospect might have about a new product that, okay, so a new all natural full body debrotherizing supplement for underarms. Okay, so write me 20 objections a prospect might have about a new all-natural full-body deodorizing supplement for underarms and private parts, vegan and organic deodorants called It Just Works. Okay, so I'm basically going to do this. I'm going to remove. Okay, I'm going to do this as a vegan and organic deodorants. Okay, so to write me 20 objections a prospect might have about a new all-natural full-body deodorizing supplement for other arms and private parts, a vegan and organic deodorant called It Just Works. So I'm going to click that. And then let's see what's it. Okay, so here are the objections ChatGPT is writing for me. So I want you to see these ones live. I'm not pausing this time. I'm trying to rush so that I won't bore you with a video that's way too long, because I could go on and on and on and on. Now, these are the elements I'm building. Now, with these elements, I have enough things in my arsenal to write amazing emails, and I can keep, churning out emails non-stop, right? Now I told you to write 20. So it's going to write 20 for me. And I'm going to base this 20. I'm going to research more on some of this, not all of them, but I'm going to base some of these things as a background for the copy I'm going to write, right? So I'm just going to write amazing, amazing emails. It's going to be amazing, right? You see that this is non-stop. So basically, you could use this for yourself. And if you want me to handle all of this for you, well, you're going to be in for a ride, because you're going to have an amazing, amazing result, right? So these are objections people would have, and then you are basically going to look for parts of the products that tackle these objections. Now, please ensure what you are selling is genuine. Ensure it's not fake. Ensure you're not scamming anyone. Because if you are not, well, the sky is just a starting point. You'll sell a whole lot more. Please ensure, if you're reaching out to me, you want me to work with you, please ensure what you're selling is ultra genuine, super benefits, super beneficial to the people who are going to be buying it, right? So yes, so you've seen emails I've written, you see a couple of ways I do research, you see how I work on Klaviyo, and then you've also seen, how I can handle, research with ChatGPT. And you could also, when you receive my link, you can also scroll down and see more emails from me. So let's get it started. Let me do some, ROI generation for you. It's going to be amazing. So I'll see you inside. So let's get it started.